I wanna take you for a ride.
We all have the ability to start a crowdfunding campaign, the ability to make a video and share our brilliant idea to the world. And although sometimes that works out pretty great, other times not so much. And today, I'm going to be showing off a Kickstarter that quite possibly could have been fatal.
I wanna take you for a ride.
Yep, every so often on Kickstarter, I come across a campaign that's so good, for the show at least, that I can't justify it sharing a space with 4 other campaigns of a similar nature, and today is one of those days. Welcome one and all to another episode of Kickscammer's Exclusive, where we'll be looking at something that honestly on the surface looks quite calm, something that looks quite relaxing, something that fills you up with tranquility, and something that in all honesty doesn't look all of that bad. And get this, it actually got delivered, although that most definitely was a bad thing. But don't let this terrific campaign fool you, because what you're about to see is quite possibly the evilest, dangerous and most stupid campaign I'm likely to ever cover. And guys, the further I look into this, the stupider it got. Seriously peeps, you ain't got no idea. Okay, stop getting salty. I'm gonna stop teasing you now. You've all waited far too long. Yeah, okay, that last one didn't work.
I wanna take
Have you sussed out what the campaign is based on yet for this episode? Because, if you haven't, perhaps you should just give up guessing and pour yourself a brew, because this is the story of the almost fatal Kickstarter. Welcome to Slope's Game Room. So, here we have something that couldn't be more hipster if it tried. Look, I get it. I'm British. I like me a good old cup of tea just as much as the next chap, but I sure as hell am not up for spending $29 on a glass jar. But then again, maybe that's just me. In fact, I can guarantee it's just me, because they did find 6,248 people that are willing to slap down money on this campaign. Roll the video.
Loose leaf has always been the highest quality tea available. Brewing this type of tea on the go is challenging. We wanted to simplify and perfect this timeless method so more people can enjoy it. Our team designed Imbue to make it easy to brew great tasting loose leaf tea anywhere. We analyzed the brewing process in a collaborative group to make a creative and innovative product.
The vessel features a stainless steel strainer that magnetically connects with the lid to effortlessly steep a single serving of loose leaf tea. The body is made from high temperature resistant borosilicate glass insulated by a protective sleeve and covered with a bamboo hardwood lid. Tea can be brewed for as long as you like by flipping the vessel upside down.
Yep, they totally earned $362,679 of only a $20,000 campaign. And, like I said earlier, it got shipped. Simple as that, right? Right? Wrong. Sure, in the early days of this campaign hitting its goal, everything seemed fine, the updates came in frequently, and they was even kind enough to promote similar campaigns that they thought their hipster audience would appreciate. For instance, the Mito. Roll the campaign video.
Everyone around the world loves a cup of hot tea, and so do we. But there's a problem. The electric kettle. Everyone always overfills it, heating excess water and wasting energy. Research proves that 1 day of extra energy used from overfilling electric kettles, it's enough to light all the street lights in England for a night.
With Mito, we set out to solve this problem. Mito only heats as much water as you need in the vessel of your choice. Simply fill your cup with water, place it onto the induction base, and immerse the rod in the liquid. The base then heats the disc of the rod, which heats the liquid surrounding it, giving you the exact amount of hot water you wanted.
Yeah, okay, it's not exactly, a bad idea. Let's go look at the updates, shall we? As you've been following the updates during the last 2 years, the Mito team has done everything to bring this project to life with input from our backers and partners. While we knew we were embarking on an extremely difficult path to try and make our first product, it has become clear in the last months that we will not be able to deliver the product we initially planned. We have filed for insolvency and are shutting down the project. Oh my god, guys. Literally, I didn't plan this. It's like every single campaign I ever click on ends up becoming a failed project. My bad, I guess. The problem, would you believe it, was apparently down to overheating, an issue they were never able to resolve, which obviously led to the failure of this product, with nobody at all ever receiving one. Still, thanks for the €818,098, guys. Thanks Kickstarter for promoting this as a project we love. And of course, thanks Imbrew for promoting us. I'm sure all of your backers are thrilled. Anyway, back to the project in hand. You see, the Imbue being such a massive success, getting orders blowing up way past the expected goal, it was apparent that they needed to get this thing manufactured on a much larger scale, whilst at the same time keeping it cheap. Obviously, that was indeed going to be a struggle, but obviously, yes, they did get it done. Chinese manufacturing to the rescue on this one, as you would have probably expected, and they too delivered what was asked of them. But the big problem wasn't who made it, it was how it was made. You see, the big problem with a cool idea such as this was that no hot air could escape from the trapped area that it was in whilst brewing your cuppa. But what does this actually mean? Come on, think about it. You don't need me to actually explain this, do you? Alright, you know what, I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to go to the comment section of this very campaign and let the people that actually got the Imbue explain for themselves what happens when hot air is trapped inside a container that it can't get out of. Used this thing once and the thing bloody exploded with hot water. I'm better chucking my second one to the recycle bin or use it as a flower or pencil holder. Hello, this thin glass and hot water do not mix. Have you gone through proper testing? Extremely dangerous. Used it twice, both times the top blown off, hot water everywhere, burning myself. I want compensation. Come back to report that my lid is completely useless, as it has been warped and cracked, and now I have essentially an exploding vessel. Students in Industrial Design Programme worked as a team to conceptualise a product, refining every detail along the way. You are a disgrace to the university and should never graduate. Shameless and outright incapable engineers and frauds. Alright, mate. To be fair, putting exploding cups of burning tea in people's hands is a pretty crazy thing to have happened here, and thankfully all I found on the exploding hot tea in the comment section was the odd person claiming to be burnt by the product, but thankfully it didn't end up getting any worse than that. To be fair, some of the blame can be put onto the backers themselves, as it looks like the majority of these backers wanted to try it out for the shits and giggles of it anyway, because in the campaign owner's defense, when they discovered that the Imbue was defective, they immediately put up an update stating the product has been deemed unsafe and should not be used to hold or store any liquids, hot or otherwise. If you've received an Imbue, please do not use it with any liquids, especially hot ones. We cannot and will not be shipping any other Imbues out. If you haven't received an Imbue, we're sorry that we aren't able to deliver your reward. We would offer partial refunds if we could, but unfortunately, that's not possible. What does this tell us? Well, it tells us that the product was shipped directly from the manufacturer in China, and by the time the campaign owners had got theirs, it was already too late. Not everybody saw this update, and for those people, there really are no excuses for the accidental exploding cup design flaws. But for everyone else, well, you can't say they didn't warn you. But never fear, it doesn't matter if it was your fault or not. Wipe the scalding liquids from your face, because you can still get them from Alibaba, where the remaining stock is now being sold for half the price. Like, guys, it's literally the exact same product. And if that's still not good enough for an episode of Kickscammers, one person in the comment section liked the idea so much that they decided to basically do the same thing. They did, and it got funded even more. And that campaign is currently running late. So, well, you know, it's still early days on that one to a degree. I'm not going to call it a scam, not yet. Just because it's 6 months past its delivery date, it's still early days. And to be fair, they do have a certain pandemic going around currently, giving them the ultimate excuse as to why it's late. And besides, Mossy T did at least learn how not to do it thanks to the incredible idiocy of the Imbue team. And if you're thinking to yourself, surely that's the end of the Imbue team within the world of hot beverage designing, again, you're completely wrong. Because it looks like Ashgon Nima, the founder and designer of the T-Bomb, did in fact end up doing alright for himself, as he's ended up becoming an industrial designer at Starbucks. You literally can't make this up, can you? Be sure to be extra vigilant next time you're in Starbucks and you order yourself a vanilla bean mocha frappuccino, although I don't know why you ever would. And yeah, to finally wrap up this story all nice and weird like, is yet another invention by the Imbue team that I found on a patents website whilst researching this episode, called Method for Making Coffee Products Containing Cannabis Ingredients. Again, you can't make this up.